Hey guys, what's happening? Today in this video, I want to show you the stages of an online entrepreneur. I think there's a lot of people that don't really give you the right expectations. There's a lot of false expectations out there on the internet. So in this video, I'm going to show you the few stages that there are in building an online business and what you should expect. Somebody that's a beginner, somebody that's intermediate, and somebody that's more of an advanced marketer. So let's go ahead and dive in here. I'm on the trusty whiteboard here, and we're going to go ahead and just draw out. So we got stage one right here. Okay. So this is stage one. Stage one, okay, is obviously being brand new. It's going to be learning how to set up the basics, right? And that's really how to set up an autoresponder and how to drive traffic. Okay, most people that are brand new, and let me just write this down, set up autoresponder and traffic generation. These are the two things that you should be focused on. You shouldn't be learning how to build funnels. You shouldn't be creating web pages. You shouldn't necessarily be blogging or doing even free traffic strategies necessarily. Okay, there's some rare cases where you can do that. And of course, I don't want to put people in a box here because everybody's a little bit different. So what I'm saying here, for the most part, I want you to take with a grain of salt. And here we're talking about most people. This might not be you. But most people, when they get started in online business, they're bombarded with a million different things to do. And I've created kind of done for you systems as done for you as possible while trying to teach people how to build a list. And so I have them import their funnel. I have them import like all my email follow-up series, and they still struggle. And so it boggles my mind, and I'm like, what is going on? And a lot of it is just people with different versions of computers. Somebody might have Windows, somebody might have Apple, somebody might be using a computer from 2001, somebody might be using a newer computer. And so when you're teaching people how to use like softwares like Kartra or ClickFunnels, it's easy for them to run into roadblocks, not to mention the experience that they have online too. So if I want to ensure that the most people succeed as possible, then I got to make this so kind of stupid simple, for lack of a better way of expressing it, right? So number one, you teach them how to build a list. This is kind of not necessarily just set up an autoresponder, but build a list, right? AKA build a list. And you want to teach them traffic generation, and specifically when it comes to traffic generation, solo ads. Okay, so building a list and solo ads are really the two things primarily that we want to focus on. When it comes to generating traffic, you have paid advertising and you have free advertising. Okay, free advertising is going to take you a lot of time to generate leads from and build your email list. Okay, your email list being your list of contacts that are potentially interested in whatever product or service you're selling. And that goes into funnels and everything like that, but we're not talking about funnels in this video. You want to make sure you set up an autoresponder and you build an email list, because most people are not going to buy from you the first time or even the fifth time that they view your offer. They say it typically takes 7 times before somebody makes a buying decision. So building a list, generating traffic. So how do you actually build the list? Well, you build the list, as I explained, through free traffic or paid traffic. If you're making videos on YouTube, like videos like this, and you're using that to drive traffic, you just have to understand that it's going to take a bit of time before you get to a point where you're generating consistent leads. Okay? If you're doing paid traffic, you could pretty much push a button. You can set up some ads and you can get traffic in the next 5 minutes. Now there's different levels of paid traffic too. You have solo ads, which is the best for the beginner. So that would fit under stage 1. Okay, solo ads. Solo ads are very simple. You have somebody out there that already has an established email list. So if I go over here to my Kartra account and I go to my communications and I go to lists right here, you can see all these email contacts that I've got. Tons of email contacts, right? So I could essentially say, hey, do you want to rent out my email list for $1 a click, right? And so what you can do is I can send out an email to my list with your offer, and then they would click from my email over to your offer, opt into your landing page, and now they would go from my list to your list. So that's a perfect example of a solo ad. By the way, I do not sell my leads, you guys, so don't reach out to me to send a solo ad out to my list because I won't do it. But there's a lot of providers out there that will do that. If you go to udemy.com, this is a great resource to get started with, okay? And you can purchase solo ads for very inexpensive, and you can get quality providers too as well, okay? I wouldn't just jump over there right now and go to Udemy, and I wouldn't just purchase a solo ad right now because there's a few things that you need to know to ensure that you purchase from the right providers and you purchase the right traffic and that it's mobile traffic. If you want to learn a little bit more about that, my buddy David has a free webinar. You don't have to register for it. You just pretty much log in and you can view. It's a free membership to log in and you can view the webinar right there. So it's free to sign up. There's going to be a link in the description here and you can feel free to check that out if you want to. Again, completely up to you. So solo ads are going to be the fastest way for you to succeed because free traffic takes time, it takes energy, it takes consistent effort, which is okay. And if you're willing to do that, then go do it. I got started with YouTube because I didn't have a lot of money. And so I just started doing videos. I started following a script. And then after I got good at that script, I started doing more videos like this where they were kind of not scripted verbatim, but I had a framework that I was working with. And I just started giving people value in my niche on a daily basis. And so if you don't have a lot of money, but you have a lot of time and you have some courage, definitely free traffic strategies are going to be a great way to start as well. But again, just depends on your situation. But for the average person, for the beginner, solo ads is definitely going to be the best way because you just pay somebody, they send you traffic, you build a list. Okay, that's all you should be focusing on as a beginner. Drive traffic, build a list. I know I keep saying this, but I'm going to continue to drive it home. After you learn how to drive your first few leads, you learn how to do some solo ads, and you learn how to build that list, then you can now move on to stage 2. Okay, so stage 2 is more intermediate, and this is where you could start to learn about building funnels. And by the way, you might be asking, well, Josh, don't I need a funnel to build a list? No, you don't. If you're a part of the right programs out there, there's some programs out there that have everything done for you. Okay, all you need to do is go out there and share your affiliate link, share your unique link, and they've got all the pages set up for you. And you don't even have to set up the pages or import anything. It's all done through their website and their technology. And all you got to do is share one link and people will go to that link. And you'll be able to start generating some results and start generating some sales, right? A lot of solo ad providers will set up your pages for you too as well. So if you get to the right solo ad provider, then what they'll do is they'll set up your opt-in page. They'll set up your pre-sale page if you have one for you, and then send people straight to the offer. So I would suggest that you do that if you're brand new and you're sending people to a system out there. Then find a provider that can help you set up your first landing page. And a lot of times they'll do it for free. Okay, and again, you can find some people likely on Udemy that'll do that. But if you want something that's pretty much completely done for you and you are a stage 1 beginner, then I would highly recommend clicking the link below in the description, and that will show you the top recommended system that I have for somebody that is a beginner that wants to get started, start generating traffic through solo ads and start building that list without dealing with the technology. Okay, stage 2, intermediate, is all about building funnels. Okay, you want to learn how to build funnels. You want to learn free traffic generation. Okay, because there's some technical stuff that goes along with that. And those are the 2 primary things with stage 2. And the last thing is email follow-up. So writing out emails, knowing what to put in emails, getting people to click and open your emails. Okay, that's stage 2. So again, people are usually trying to be the beginner, intermediate, and advanced marketer. Let me draw another line right here. Is this making sense for you guys? If it's making sense, let me know below in the comments. Are you stage 1 or are you stage 2 or are you stage 3, which is the advanced marketer? And this focuses more on paid traffic. Okay? And we're talking like Facebook ads, YouTube ads, even like Bing ads, like media buying, anything like that where you control the traffic. You're gonna have to set up a lot of technical things, place pixels, learn how to look at data, learn how to track. The interface of YouTube ads changes, Google ads, in other words. The interface of Facebook ads change quite frequently. And so you really need to know how to track, and you really need to be more technical. And that's why paid traffic is more advanced. If you haven't mastered stage 1 and stage 2, you have no business in jumping up to stage 3. Okay, that's like trying to get your PhD when you haven't even attended college, right? So you want to graduate from stage 1 to stage 3. Okay, if you do this in the right way, you're not going to wake up overwhelmed. You're going to wake up knowing the right expectations. And I would even go as far as to say that, you know, this could even be in stage 2, to be quite honest with you, like building, setting up your autoresponder and building a list, because that requires some technicality. I would definitely probably put that in stage 2. So stage 1, you should just be learning about traffic, how to generate traffic into a sales process, be it somebody else's sales process. So let me actually show you a perfect example, because I know most people here are newer. So I'm just going to go to profitspassport.com. This is a program that I've been promoting right now, and it hasn't required that I use a funnel whatsoever. Because I am a little bit more advanced of a marketer, I'm able to leverage things like YouTube and email and paid advertising. But for somebody that's brand new, okay, all they need to do is log in, okay, set up their income streams right here, click a few buttons, and then just simply share this link, leveraging solo ads. That's all you have to do. And what you want to keep in mind is look at the process that David takes you through, my business partner here. As you're signing up, look at the marketing, look at the process, and then that's going to give you an idea of how this whole online marketing thing works. Okay, so essentially he takes you from a sign up page, you fill out an email address, he captures that email address, and then you come to this page where you watch a presentation and you sign up for these different income streams. Okay, and you know, if you're earning, you know, interested in earning up to $2,000 per day, you can see just since May 4th, we've got $14,000 with this specific system. Okay, and a lot of you guys in the comments will say, "Oh man, you're just trying to promote this, blah 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 blah." It depends on where you're at. Of course, I'm going to promote it because it's going to help somebody that's brand new. Who wants to have to be at stage 2 and deal with stage 2 when you haven't even completed stage 1? A lot of you guys just want to learn how to drive traffic. You need to learn the basics, and because David set all this stuff up for you, and you don't have to deal with any capture pages, no click funnels, no funnel builders, no autoresponders whatsoever. You just purchase traffic and you send people to this link. Okay, that's it. That's all you do. If you can click some buttons, then you can do this. Stage 1, beginner. Stage 2, after you do that, after you prove to yourself that you can do that, then you can start building a list, building funnels, learn free traffic generation, and learn how to follow up to maximize your results with this system right here. Okay? We've had plenty of people purchase solo ads and make those $2,000 commissions, and you can potentially do the same thing. So if I jump over here and we go back to Facebook, let's see if we can get into the Facebook group. You can see here, oh, that's David Deckel. He is the system creator, but here's his group right here. And you guys can see all the results that people are getting here. I mean, this speaks for itself. I've shown this in previous videos. $1,000 a day, $100 a day, over $2,000. This was posted 14 hours ago. $250. These are people just like you and I, getting plugged in, getting their first few wins. Once you get your first few wins, you guys, then you can move to stage 2. You can start setting up your autoresponder. You can start learning how to build funnels. But again, if you're taking stage 1, 2, and 3, throwing it all together, you're going to fail. You're going to get overwhelmed. You're going to quit. And you're going to be like, oh, this system doesn't work. But if you have the right expectations and know what to expect after stage 1 is completed, okay, and there's something in the future, something in sight that you know that you can do to improve your results, because what most people are doing is they're driving traffic and maybe they're building the email list, but then they're not following up because there's too much going on. They don't know how. They're like, okay, I'm focused on traffic. I'm focused on all this technical, setting up my autoresponder. And a lot of people don't even get their autoresponder freaking set up. And so they can't even follow up, and they really quit before they begin. So if you break things down in these stages in your business, you're going to be clear-minded. You're going to have the right expectation moving forward. And, don't think that like each program you join is the end-all be-all. Like you'll join David's system and you're going to grasp some really good knowledge on traffic generation and solo ad marketing. But if you want to start learning how to like build the email list, learn free traffic generation, I've obviously got other programs that will help you do that as well. And not to mention, you can leverage those other programs to more effectively promote programs like this. So because I've gone through this process, right, starting with something like this that's easy to set up and get going, and then I start graduating to these different levels, then I can come back and use like free traffic and use paid traffic to promote programs like this and help, again, the newbie graduate. So regardless if you're brand new or you're experienced, you want to supplement your income, this system is great. It converts at an incredibly high level. I've mentioned in emails, this is in fact the highest converting system out there that I've ever promoted. And I can honestly say that. All these $2,000 commissions right here, you guys, by the way, 100% commissions. I didn't have to talk to anybody on the phone. The system did all the work for me. So it works. Having said that, I hope you guys got value from this video. If you did, let me know. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And if you want to get access to David's system, click the link below and we'll see you on the inside.